What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another VOD review breakdown. Today we're going to be reviewing the first match of Masters Shanghai, the group stage match, G2 versus T1. And we're going to kind of see here how G2 managed to stay in this game and sneak out this win. I think this was a fumble 2-0 by T1 based off of like what I've seen here today and how the maps have gone. I think they even could have closed this 2-1 still, but I think they could have 2-0'd them here. G2 are slowly finding their footing. I don't necessarily think that they're favorites in this event by any means, but at the end of the day, I think that they are kind of like a team who has potential to like make like a small run. I do think that G2 will place better than Leviathan in this event. But at the end of the day, it really is like all up for grabs almost. I think FPX is going to be another kind of like team that makes a run here. They got a little momentum defeating Foot, and they're playing on their home turf, right? So definitely something to pay attention to here. And in the pistol round, we're mainly just going to break down kind of like how G2 managed to stay in this, even though it kind of like dwindled down number-wise. And I think G2 have been doing a great job shooting. I think Valorant has been shooting really good lately. And then on top of everybody else on that team who already does that, when your IGL is firing on all cylinders like that, you become a really hard team to beat.
Let's see who comes out on top as we
So our
open things
standard
up
approach of a
round.
pistol round is going to come in here. What I'd like to show now is just that the Viper has a deagle, right? So we have three deagles this round. Okay, only one player has a classic. It's Jonah. So a lot of the time you're going to be going for these upgraded pistols, right? So I think that's the main reason why these deagles are being brought out. It's not necessarily about the one-shot headshot. It's about the double body shot, right? That's like kind of like the killing potential here.
T1 has been really explosive.
So Rossi slowly working up. Knowing if there's no one certain mid. He's going to kind of pause here and wait for the group up to happen in A main. Turn this down just a little bit. Orb's going to get grabbed. Icy's going to get contact on the door. Delay's going to come through. Now, what kind of like confuses me here is that Rossi actually takes this timing. Even though he does get a kill, I feel like this is the spot we have to be looking at, right? You know, the main is mollied and orbed off, right? Are we going to look for this door guy right now together, Jonah? Or like, are we going to like abandon him? So, small miscommunication from G2 there. We end up getting the trade. 4v4 situation. T1's going to speed up. Icy's going to walk out this recon. He has to break his own. Again, small miscommunication there. Trent's going to get pushed. I believe he's going to get one here. Yeah, Trent's going to get one. Val's going to get one. We're going to drop it down to a 2v2. And these guys are going to double face. Extra in a 1v2 situation here on one hit to anything. Very, very hard. Clock's getting low. Bomb isn't planted the best for him. 1v1 situation with Valen. I was kind of interested to see that he takes the fight here, right? I think that because you're 1 HP, it totally makes sense for Valen to fight you, right? So in this situation, because you're at such a disadvantage, I think it's totally good to gamble. So I think he needs to push this wall, and he just needs to go reposition, right? Either go wrap around back or go wrap around to the bunker and make it, you know, really hard for him to find out where you were. But at the end of the day, I don't think that he's going to defuse this bomb, right? You're pushing a wall at him, making it seem like you're getting close, and then you're also making noise, right? There's no reason for him to stick this when you're 1 HP. So nice clutch from Valen there, and a good start for G2. Now, we've talked about previously about G2 being, quote-unquote, the best pistol team like in the world right now. We're going to see another anti-eco situation where they're going to fumble. Now, this one is going to be not as bad as the others that we've covered on this channel. Xcrit is going to have a round of all rounds here. Unfortunately, you just add it to the highlight reel. But I kind of like to showcase again here, like, our orb has missed. Okay, A players, again, aren't fully like on the same page of like what's about to happen. We're still going to manage to get this first blood on CjaiYe, who has walked all the way through with his Marshall. 5v4 situation, right? We preemptively pop the site smoke. I think if we're going to do this, we should just give them the site, right? If we were to give the enemy the site, okay, these are the remaining positions that they can kind of play. What do we have? We have 5 people to their 4. We have a molly. Sorry, we don't have a molly. We have shocks. We have like a gravity well. We have like a stun if we need it, okay? They could plant the bomb. They can have the site. Let's just not give them these close fights that they want to have, right? They want to take. Slowly walking up to the side smoke. Dart's going to come through to turn ahead. It gets broken. Gun's going to show. Now this is going to be an insane shot here. Watch this. Bing, bing. So now reset to 3v3. Carpe's really low here. Still hasn't planted the bomb.
absolutely devastating.
Good damage here from Trent.
That one not finding damage, but look at the HP bar.
Kind of just waiting, see if anybody will push, seeing if anybody will peek. They wait for their fuel, they come out, they're going to get ready to plant here. New wall goes up for some new space. Bomb's getting planted. Extra going for a gun here. They double face the wall with Leaf scaling wide out. And a really nice ace, so a huge momentum shift for T1 here. So again, like breaking the situation down, like what do we like forget to do here as G2? We just forget that we're in the advantage, right? These are the players who have to make the play, right? Obviously, we don't know the full extent of this, but we don't need to make the play when that is what we're up against, right? Let them burn their fuel, let them plant the bomb, let them, okay, use their high tide, and when nothing's left, okay, we'll just pick them apart, right? We are stooping to their level right now. We are kind of like pressing the pace, you know. Is there 6 seconds left? You know, no. If there was, you know, I'd understand it. But, you know, we're going through the high tide by ourselves, right? I think we can kind of like zone them pretty hard here, right? Leafs angling out, right? The wall is up, so the wall will go down. This wall is up. We can peek into like bricks. We could peek into like the site side. We can angle out this way, knowing that they're kind of like stuck in that backside position. No, we're going to brute force the wall. 1, 2, and one more time we'll see the ace. So, again, really insane round. Not the worst one that we've seen from G2, but they do need to clean up these situations because this happens time and time again to them when they're winning these pistols. And again, if this team wants to make a run, this is just something they have to get past. So after an ace thrifty, after losing the pistol round on your map pick, the momentum should be completely shifted. I'm sure this is either something that T1 either likes to do or is told to do based off of like some sort of anti-stratting. We see G2 out in mid here, and T1 is in their hold default, okay, their uber passive default. We have the B push covered, we have the mid push, the jump up, halls, and A main all covered. If you want to push, we're waiting for you, right? Cjaiye is holding a position that I feel like doesn't really get a lot of value. Maybe if he had the outlaw, I would disagree, but with a rifle, I don't necessarily think he should be in this spot. Izzy's going to kind of prove that by trying to do 2 things at once, and he's going to get caught off and killed. Watch how G2 gets a kill, and they immediately react to the elbow position. They immediately reposition. Why do they do this? Valorant is a turn-based game, okay? It's not about pushing the pace over and over and over again, right? Okay, we're at even footing in the 5v5, okay? Everybody can make their play, right? Everybody can make a play in this timing. Now that it's a 5v4, we've shown a lot. We've gotten some information. G2 is now in the advantage. So when you're in the advantage, right, you don't necessarily have to go for something crazy here because T1 is the team who has to get the advantage back. So they're going to wait and find out for that. So watch this elbow reposition here. Triple reposition elbow, looking for an extremity player to get lazy and walk up, or looking for T1 to regroup over here, right? Trying to catch them off. They don't need to make a play. They don't need to go for another kill. You guys are in the 5v4. Figure it out, right? We fucked you over. You can figure it out. We don't need to give it right back to you. So, nice call here from Valen. A contact is coming through for T1 here, which is a really good call. Trying to see if we can catch someone being lazy or catch someone off guard. I think because they have gone so far and because there is so much time, I don't understand the point of making noise in this position, right? If we're going to make noise, we need to play an objective, right? Okay, A main is at risk, right? The bomb site is at risk. The yellow stair position is at risk. Which one do we want to deal with, okay? Are we going to harbor wall off like this? Plant for back sight, jump up here, go through yellow, right, and just play for back sight? Okay, are we going to push a wall here and clear out back sight and clear out bricks in A main and get the bomb down, right? If we are going to do that, I want to have a reason for it. Either my teammate has been pushed and he knows there's a lot of people there. The clock is getting low, but we don't have either of those things happening here. So we're just kind of panic, shoot a recon at a wall, and now we're going to see, like, just this freak out from T1. I mean, this is unacceptable. Valen's going to pick off Rossi in mid. Okay, now watch what we do in a 3v4 situation in the disadvantage. Instantly, personal play. Sorry, guys, I have a personal play to pursue. Sorry. Apologies about that. I need to peek mid. I just have to. 1 for 1. I'm going to go plant. Nothing's clear, but I'm just going to go plant. Side player's like, oh, all right. All right, I took the space with the wall and the dart, right? I did my job and played the round properly, and now I'm being punished for it because you guys couldn't play with me, right? We had the opportunity to go together here, okay? But we just panicked and shit ourselves.
coming through.
1v3 situation for Saya now.
I mean, Saya was not
Clock getting
on
low.
this map the last time they played it against Gen G, but he's gonna have to come up huge here. Share up the
15
balance,
seconds.
52.
Nobody's giving him shit. He's going to panic and run.
They hear him.
Thinks
Starts
Jonah's
to throw.
repositioned
He's
by
not sure
now.
if he's repositioned, spots the Viper, but is gonna have
8
to stick in
seconds.
sooner or later.
He's going to get his
It's a quick little
first.
headshot, but now he's
4
about to
seconds.
get
Has
one
to
down
stick.
on the
Leaf
ground.
knows that. He's
Tries
totally
to
okay dying here.
go the way of the
Another thrifty in the way of G2 here off of a terrible fundamental showing from T1. I'll just go ahead and say it now. This round is not safe for work. Trigger warning, gore. Something hideous happens here. Okay, this is really not pretty. If T1 want to play like this, they're going to get eliminated from this event very, very fast. Okay, we're going to see a 5v5 situation come out, okay, with 2 ults used by T1 with a horrid attempt of converting this. And I'd just like to showcase you the amount of utility that's being wasted, okay? We're just going to pause right now. So, to enter the bomb site, okay, we've used the dimensional drift with our wall going up. Not bad, right? We're using an ult to gather all this info and dictate how much utility we should be using. There's no contest at the choke point, okay? There's no big smoke and molly that's going up. There's no 3 people spamming, okay? I don't need to use anything anymore. Carpe can shock and try to get trips out, and that's fine. Saya, why are you dashing? Your teammate is clearing all this position for you. You don't need to break any crossfires. You aren't entering, brother. Don't waste your dash like that. Okay, now that we figure out that this is the weak side because we found the Cypher and there's no resistance here whatsoever, right? We see the Cypher Viper. What are we going to do? Okay, we're just going to pause here. I'm just going to park my car here. All right, this is fine, right? What are we going to do off of this position now? Can you get ready to, poke around and take a TP fight, right, with your clone? Maybe clone the other side, or clone one side, peek the other, anything like that? Can we harbor and push this? Can any one of you come through the wall and fucking help me? Anyone? We're going to get the bomb planted here. Izu, 1v1. I mean, like, unfortunate at the end of the day that Leaf's shooting like that, but again, just look at this play here. We have a completely empty bomb site. Look at the positions that we are restricted to. Saya, the only one playing with confidence in this moment, again, walking up on this timing with no help whatsoever. 5v4. Mineral theft is going to come in. And because of that, now we're going to use our harbor ult. Now we're just going to use it. So 1 person fighting the harbor ult, dead. 1 more person running out to help, panicking, dead. 2 bomb site players watching a literal reenactment of the Civil War with all these deaths happening. Just doing nothing. I just don't understand. You got to be able to get on the same page, and you got to be able to do it fast at this level. You have to be proactive, and you have to be able to read into these situations quick, or this is just what's going to look like every time. Nice attempt here. He actually almost put that into a 1v1, but again, let's watch this one more time. The entire bomb site is clear in the time of this dimensional drift, okay. Are you guys going to come up and fight with me? No, we can't. We have to plant. All right, that's fine. I'm not opposed to that, because when we get the bomb down and we have this wall, what we can do when G2 gets close to us is we can retake the bomb site with the harbor ult, right? So we can let them waste all their utility here, and we could be playing main and we can be wrapping them, right? But instead we sit in the bomb site and just spectate, like we're not even playing. Another first death, a nice shot from Leaf again. Saya solo pushing this. Once the ult comes out, then we have the audacity to use our ult. It's not like Saya gets a kill or like a kill and a half here, and a bunch of damage. No. We're just panicking and wasting it, and no one fights off of it. I just got to see this one more time. I just got to see this again. Timing makes no sense. No help. Panicking. It is unacceptable. T1 have actually made this half close with a lot of just good individual plays. A lot of multi-kills from Excurate, Carpe, Izu. And again, we're going to see the laziness come out from this team where I just don't even understand why they wouldn't be ready for something like this. This has to be some sort of anti-strat or some sort of tendency that G2 has with their Sova ult that like Trent saves it for like perfect opportunities and he won't just normally rip it. But I mean, just watch this. Sova's ult, Hunter's Fury online. We're going to audibly run up an A main, get like a double or maybe 3, maybe a 4 count coming out from Icy here, and he's going to throw a flash and say, rip it, man. Let's fucking kill these guys. This is bullshit. And he's going to get 1, and he's going to get 2. I think there's actually a gravity well that was used in the back here as well, or some sort of stun right on this position from Valen. Why would the Sova not go for this play? Why would we not literally be terrified of this, right? He has a Sova ult. He's probably going to float, okay? He's probably going to do a set play, okay? Why are we just gambling that he won't do it? What's the point? What's the point in not figuring it out? Why can't you just go somewhere, maybe see if he darts, maybe bait him to move, and then we can get this orb later? Why do we have to do this right now? And now we're going to get the Ural, okay, the Dimensional Drift. We're going to use it, but everyone's dead. But everyone's dead. 5v3 situation. Extremely hard to win now. Here we go. And Eggster. Oh, close. 5v1. We're shooting clones. Uh-oh. This isn't a good look. Clock getting low. Leaf's going to contain you. You're not going to be able to get away from this. Drone tag. Free fire dead. Trent's got a lot of confidence going into the next half. Terrible play. I'm telling you, we need to see the discipline. We need to see the togetherness from this team, or they're not going to accomplish anything. And I don't even mean to pick on T1 that bad. This is just the example that we're running with, right? This goes for any team, okay? At any level. If you are not going to operate together and your goal is to have heroic individual moments, you will never win matches. It's not possible. Heroic individual moments, okay, they come in times of opportunity, right? Taking advantage of an opportunity, putting yourself in a situation like a clutch, a post plan, a retake, where you actually have the chance to do something like that, right? But if it's your first instinct, okay, it's not a good look. We're going to see Izu get a nice first blood onto Icy here. 5v4. This is now an extremely hard round for G2. Their entry is gone. They're stuck at the choke point. Look at the positions of the defenders. I'm through halls. I have a main and I'm looking door. Sova is coming over to help. I mean, these guys are in a top-notch spot to win this pistol and win the game off of it. And then this. Why? I just don't understand why you would ever do this. I'm going to watch it again. I just cannot believe that this is your instant reaction. This. Why? Just play with Rossi, bro. Just play with him. Just reset the situation and play with him. I understand that this smoke might be going down soon, but our wall is up. We could just play, right, in this quad position, whatever you want to call this. Okay, we can move around with this wall up. We can go this direction. We can move over to the pillar. When the wall's getting low, I'm totally fine with you flashing and double peeking. Absolutely. Absolutely, you don't want to treat him with respect. I totally understand. But this is just incredible. So off of this, letting them get back into the round, Rossi is now putting his wall down, trying to fight. Sharks are going into the ladder position. We're in a 4v4 now. Help is getting ready to come over. And G2 are going to start angling and taking fights. Wall's going to go up. G2's going to slowly scale out. Leaf with a nice 2K. Trying to trade out backside. Valen's going to get one. Carpe's left in a 1v2 here. Very low HP against two people that are really difficult to deal with in a situation like this. This is a nice bomb plant with an instant recon. Notice how he recons one side, right? He's reconning one side and he's instantly leveraging the risk of the timing, and they're both looking on the other, waiting for that recon to ping. Recon pings. 2v1. I don't know if they know that he's low. I think they know that they did damage to him at least. Unfortunate timing here. Carpe's going to be able to get a kill. Not really planning for him, so Leaf needs to kind of like stop him from getting to the bomb. Carpe's down in a really good spot, potentially win this. Time's getting low. A little bit of a gamble here. Timing gets him. I mean, Leaf is a fucking animal, dude. Like, this is the player we have been waiting to see for so long. Either restricted by himself or a roster's performances. I mean, this guy needed to be on the international stage every single time. Absolutely. Again, I know I'm being a little hard on him, but I mean, what have we learned? What have you learned as a viewer watching my channel when this player is on Sentinel? Okay, what does he buy on rounds like anti-ecos, rounds like bonuses, rounds where he holds tab and then reads free information and he sees that you are this much money, right? Where you have to go 400 for light shield and you have to go 3,000 for a gun. He's going to buy an outlaw. Correct. That's right. How has T1, okay, how have they not understood this tendency? How have they not applied it? Look at this. What's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? What's the call here? Guys, I'm going to go play Duck Hunt. You guys can slowly work the map. I'm going to go see if there's any ducks flying around. Here's one. I see one right now. Boom! I mean, this is just unacceptable. It's just totally unacceptable. 4 light armors going into this round, and we're not aware that these guys can pull out the outlaw. They have 2 players who love to use it. They absolutely love to use it. It's broken. We cannot just be getting caught off like this. This is absolutely unacceptable. 5v3 situation almost instantly. CJAIye has to take a fight based off of the reveal. 2v4. They just can see where the reaction is. They know where they need to go. Leaf's going to take his time and wait in this position, even though he's the most forward player. Drone's going to come out. Look at G2 just taking their time.
Rushing forward, looking here for Excurate. Just sat pack orange.
Excurate's in a tough spot. He's kind of pinned down from multiple positions. He's just going to have to gamble in a moment like this. Sees nothing on the mid door. Bomb's going to get planted, and they're going to pull off. So, very nice shot from G2 here.
3 players that he would have to try to mow down. The join in.
Jiggling out angles, making sure they're on the same page here. Excurate can't even get a fight. Leaf is still forward. It's going to be able to kill Rossi while he's trying to save. And this is just a super free map for G2 at this point. It's just absolutely been handed to them. Okay? It's been handed to them. It has absolutely been given to them. We win the pistol, okay? But then we get thriftied on round 2. And then T1 off of an ace thrifty. Okay, we remember what happens here. Where they just let that half snowball out of control because G2 re-thrifties them. Because they're just panicking and freaking out. They've now lost the defender pistol. They did an alright, they did okay damage on their save round last round. And on the bonus with 4 light armors, they're getting caught off by an outlaw. The highest level in the game. We're getting caught off by that. Unbelievable. I'd like to just give this round up to Leaf. He is going to ace here, but I would just like to talk about kind of like the situation that he's putting himself in. Okay, he's 20-7 right now, 19-7, something ridiculous, okay? When a player has this scoreline, they're going to be more confident and they're going to take a little more risk than they normally would, and that's what we're going to kind of see here from him. Okay, he knows that there's no op online, and he is going to angle out halls and he's going to look for this fight. He's been owning you on this fight. He's constantly getting kills on this fight. He either thinks, right, that you're not even going to be here anymore, and if you're going to challenge him and you are there, you're an idiot. Okay, so that's exactly what's going to happen. Now, am I mad at Carpe if there's big B noise, right? Big A main noise, big mid noise, and he wants to take this fight? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I totally understand that. You are a tier 1 professional. You can take the fights that you want on your terms, absolutely. Just make sure there's a little thought behind it. The map is silent. There's an orb in mid, and there's no noise other than that. So what's the point of looking down this hallway right now? What's the point? What are you trying to find out here? Is there something that you thought you wouldn't have, you've been surprised to see if you look down this hall?
They've got the Cosmic Divide. They've got the Neural Theft. They've got the Hunter's Fury. They could really set up some cool combos here.
It's just, there's just no point. You're not the person in the position to make the play. There's just no point in doing this. And you know what? He's peeked out mid, right? He has the B line. They're probably saying, they're probably grouping towards A here. I can understand if you're trying to cross, right? But what do you have in your inventory? Oh, you can't see it anymore. He has a drone. Okay, so he can run up to this position or this one if he really wants to be safe, and he can just drone. And he can just clear this spot out, and he can make sure that he doesn't die if he really needs to. But now he's just going to open up the round, okay? Another Neural Theft coming in. I mean, it's just so hard to deal with. Enjoy, Rossi. Hey, sorry, brother. Hey, I had to make that personal play. I had to peek that. I am really sorry. You have now just totally been ruined, and your mental's just in the waste bin, right? You didn't even get a chance to play this round. Look how fast he dies when this upload comes in. 113. He's dead a second and a half later. I mean, he didn't even get to play. He literally didn't even get a chance to play this round because of Carpe's laziness. 5v3 situation, ults online, using them to win the round. 5v2 now. 26 and 9, 27 and 9.
He is unstoppable. Saya tries to go for the challenge, but he cannot. It's another
Good luck winning. No, good luck. Good luck winning a situation like this when this guy's firing on all cylinders. Enjoy. I fully expected this to be a 2-0 from G2 after I saw what I saw on the first map, but T1 really surprised me here. So props to them. We're going to kind of break down how they own G2 on a notorious G2 map pick here. So again, what we've talked about before when we are in a composition like this with no duelist, pay attention to the A flood, right? What do we have going into it? Dizzy, Wingman, right? We have either one of these walls active. We have shocks, we have a molly. Very, very difficult to deal with, right? Very difficult to deal. T1 understands this. They're going to get in front of the utility. I really like the approach that they brought to this map, and I like the confidence that they're playing with. I think that after last map, there was some sort of conversation saying how they didn't play their game, or maybe they're playing like pussies, like whatever it is, and I think that amped them up, and I think that put them in this position to actually show what they're really capable of. The blind's going to come out with a dart. Now watch the scaling here. Instead of locking himself into the bomb site, do you see how he has his wall out here? He was just about to wall this. Instead of locking himself in the bomb site and giving him his free round win, Cjaiye is now going to move, or is being told to move, and he's going to wall off screens to stop the flood so they can focus on this heaven angle here, right? So, really good call. Nice read into this situation. Wall's going to come in. Someone can play on top of it if they want. Dizzy's going to go out, get a ping. Carpe's going to get a double kill, and it's all going to fall apart. They kind of weren't able to get through that choke point there. If you could see there, how there's a molly here, obviously with the wall, and the only place they can come out is like this heaven position and drop into back sight, and they got swarmed because of it. So again, nice approach from T1 there, and we're gonna see a totally different team than what we saw on Breeze here. So I mean, a good start to this map. It's really nothing that I'm angry about here in terms of G2. Just like to kind of like showcase how T1 picked this apart and made a good play on their bonus. So they've actually saved for the op, which is good. Notice how no one here has like a pistol, right? Like their eco's on point. Okay, they understand that if they're going to bring this op into the round, we need to play to win it. Okay, this isn't a standard bonus anymore. Okay, we're going to take our time. Okay, we're going to do what we know how to do, right? Contact around, use that operator. It's the same thing they like to do on LOTUS, and we're going to see the kind of like success of that. Rossi's going to try to break this drone for him so he can angle out. Icy's going to hit a nice headshot. 5v4 situation. Immediate timing being pursued by Izu here, right? We're going to see a rare kind of like, not necessarily mistake, but just death from Valen in a moment like this. A lot to break in this comp, right? You have the Reyna blind, you have the dart coming in. So with him having a bulldog, Vandal, not silence, Izu can spam kind of like on timing here. Or not on timing, on the minimap, or just off sound, right? Basing where he thinks he is, off of where his gunshots are coming from. Okay, can see the tracers, etc. He's going to get a nice trade here. 5v4, look at the patience. We're not freaking out. We're not freaking out. We're just taking our time. We're totally fine here. We're totally fine here. Trip has our back. We're slowly working up. I still have my op, guys. Just let me work. Let me work. Well, it's going to come through. Op's going to look into screens here. It's going to see nothing. They're just letting him lead. They're just taking their time. Talking about a plan right now, probably getting ready to wall and plant something. I have your cross, boys. You can angle out. All right, I'm looking up. Two up there, two up there. Peek and trade, peek and trade. Nice shots from Cjaiye. And nice help from his team. 1v4 situation for Leaf. And X-Shirt already had the line. So, nice composure there from T1, and they're going to be able to run away with this half now. And again, not that I'm really mad at G2 for this, just want to break it down kind of like what to expect when you're going up against people who are playing with confidence, especially at this level. Okay, so we're going to see their standard A trap come out here. If you haven't seen this before, basically how this works is Leaf is just in a position where he can take first contact, and then these guys can peek lower while he flashes like over this pipe position here, right? So we do a dart, right? It doesn't get a scan, and I mean within 1-2 seconds we're immediately leaving. Right? Immediately going for this belt jump play, immediately going for this like mistimed double swing lower. I mean, this is kind of just lazy from G2. They're just playing with a lot of confidence right now, and they're not really considering, anything else, right? They kind of need to be taking these rounds just one by one and just taking your time, and, you don't want to go down in like a flawless like this on a Thrifty. Cjaiye spraying his ex-teammate's body. Always a little fun. Joe's going to miss his Marshall shot. And again, T1 is going to have 4 people stay up. Only 2 of them took damage and 1 of them died. So the eco is going up and up and up. And this is going to be way, way, way too hard to deal with for G2 with the ults that are online and how much money they have. Obviously, when you're down 9 rounds like this and your opponent is already in double digits, you're going to start doing some stuff that's a little random. And that's kind of like what we've seen from this G2 team on this half. They've constantly been trying to get past this chamber trip that's placed here at a flank. They've constantly tried to flood. And more often than that, they've taken the fight to them many, many, many times. Now, against like this like Reyna, like chamber comp, I don't know if that's the best course of action. A lot of their plays have kind of like run the kind of like gauntlet and failed. So again, they are kind of like out on a limb here, just really just hoping that these guys are just going to play overconfident and just be lazy and go for picks. But nothing really too crazy to break down for T1. I'd just like to show this last round is kind of like how their attack has been working for anyone who's interested in that. So with Rez, they're going to have this double belt peak come off. Why do you want to peak double belt with the Rez? The body will fall. Do you see where Chamber is now? You see how he's not up here? The body is falling backwards. You can get a free uncontested Sage Rez with it. So immediate 5v3. Rossi's going to take a timing and slowly get it back in. Valen gets caught peeking. Leaf gets caught peeking while we have a flanker and a drone being piloted, right? Jonah gets caught off here, and now they're going to be able to pause. So the main thing that's been happening again is they either have been denying the flood and getting the kills in the position before the flood happens, or they've just been winning the fight because G2 is giving it to them. The anti-plant isn't necessarily like working too well against the comp. The normal swarms you'd see like here and here are kind of like getting negated by the Sage. He's either walling this, or he can rope across and he can wall the top, or they can shock to break them, rain a blind, and clear out all of backside. He can't really contest it like he normally has been able to. So now the 2v3, Trent still has his Thunder's Fury, definitely winnable. Trip is now going to go down. An approach that I kind of do like. They didn't instantly put the trip down, they waited to do it for later.
With this comp that T1 has, it makes a lot of sense that it's not a lot of B. They don't have a lot of ult flashes. They don't have the KO. They don't have the Gecko.
Slowly walking up, just taking their time.
Back areas as easily.
Jonah's going to pop his wall. I think he's trying to make it seem like they walked in. So they have to use utility on Jen and backside.
Clear, deeper angles. So these close quarters angles, of course,
everything looks good. Wall's going to go in. Excurt's going to go for a little more than he should. Ends up dinking him. Rossi knows that they're running out of time and space, and they need to get this kill, especially while he's ulting, right? So it's kind of just like situational awareness. When you're in a 2v2, and this player starts ulting, right? He's not really a player anymore. Now it's just this guy, so let's go chase him down. I'm pretty sure that's a call from Rossi in this situation, so good on him. He's having an insane map here. He's going to end, I think, 17-5 after this kill. So, really insane job. And again, T1 has just showed up as a completely different team. So after an extremely boring last map, I mean, I'm just stunned, just shocked that ICEBOX is still going to be in the map pool. The map is so bad. It's by far the worst map in the history of the game. Not just like this current pool, in the history of the game, it is the worst map. And T1, I think, had a great job showing that. They literally went 5 people A every round, and they won 13-1. Like, there's no depth on that map. There's nothing cool you can do. No, it's just a load of shit. Anyway, we're here on LOTUS, and we're going to see a very kind of like weird LOTUS situation where normally you're going to see this number way higher than this one when you're attacking, right? Very attack-sided map. Probably the most attack-sided map in the game next to Bind right now. And this is a really big defensive kind of like showcase for both of these teams here. T1's going to end up going 9-3 on this defensive half. So we're going to see how they won the bonus here. Nothing too standard has happened so far, or nothing too crazy has happened so far, sorry. So with the A fight coming through, what do you do to get proactive when you're going up against the A fight? You can push one of these 2 lines, right? You can push an extremity, so as a protocol or just a call that's being made right now from T1, that's what we're going to see here. They're going to go fuck with the Sentinel. They're going to go fuck with the guy who's separated. They have no vision line here. They have no info. This is a nice call from G2 to move back. So now they're going to clear for this potential thing. Blind's going to come in, catch 2 people off. No trade's able to come in. It was too far. Trent's going to end up getting 1, and Rossi's going to hold his ground in this bonus situation with his Vandal. Molly Nade's going to come out. He's still going to get 1. Does, I guess, almost another. And now, a 2v3. Orb's going to grab by Icy. And I think because of the damage or the situation that they might not expect Carpe to be here since he started on B throwing that dart, he's going to go for this angle out. And with this angle out, he's going to be able to convert these kills onto G2. So really, again, T1 is just showing G2 that they're going to play their game and they don't really give a shit about what you're doing. So this is the team we needed to see on that first map, and they would have been able to convincingly 2-0 them. G2 and even when they were the guard have always been put in good positions based off their fundamentals. So what we've talked about in a previous video is when you see those fundamentals kind of go out the window or they're paying attention to them or using them less, you begin to worry for them, right? And that's kind of like what I see here in a moment like this. So we're going to go for this quick C control play. Before the Prowler even latches, we're going to throw the blind, right, in the satchel, which at the end of the day is fine. They've been controlling the mound a lot. Okay, but we have to understand how hard we are pushing this pace, right? Our Sentinel isn't outside A saying that they fought A, right, and we're doing this. We're just doing this off of our own kind of intuition of what we want to do in the round, and we're going to get caught off in a pretty cool trap here from T1. So the Haunt is going to come through, the blind, the door is going to be open, a lot of scans are going to pop here. And they're going to be able to go 3 for 2 there. So now, in the 3v2 situation, Carpe's going to back up. They know that they were both there. Extra's going to go for a kill with his op here. He's going to take a shot and miss. And he's just going to kind of sit in this bomb site because he has this wall to work with, right? So he's not running away. This is really good support from Carpe as well. And again, trying to sneak out of this. Not really fully together. Valen's stuck in a 3v1. And he just gets put in the blender here. So, again, T1 really running away with this half. G2 struggling to just get on the board or just play the game that they want to play because T1 is constantly punishing them for either their aggression, again, like not being together, whatever it may be. They're doing a good job now. Josh RT, the G2 head coach, has now taken his second timeout and a half. Okay, you really, really hate to do this because, you know, if you can't figure it out later in the game or you need one, you're fucked, right? And he did the same exact thing on ICEBOX when they got 13-1 here. So, what confuses me about this round is when you are running away with the game, right? You are in full control of it. Why do you give them an opportunity to get back in it? I just don't get this call from T1. I don't understand why they did it. Okay, we're going up against a low buy here. We have 5 light armors, a couple SMGs, and a deagle. Okay, look at the alts that are online. A lot of alts that can be used in situations, right? Yes, you can make plays off rip with like the rocket, okay, with the Killjoy ult. I totally understand that, but a lot of situational ults here. So, as the strong side of 3, why on God's earth are we letting them get into this site, right? This cannot be going for free. So I think this is a fine assessment. They understand that they end up coming out A here, so they're just going to back up, right? They don't want to get caught off by like the SMGs, but look at the other side of the map here, right? I'm good, and I'm good. So reinforce this bomb site, right? If they open the door, we can have like a blind come through with like someone peeking here, you know, maybe like that. Or we can just kind of play like the strong side right now where maybe Carpe can play this heaven position. Omen can be backside with raze, and on timing, they can blind this door peek and peek. Okay, CJAIYE, remember, we use our ults to win rounds, just like your teammate Rossi is doing here. We can also activate that showstopper to stop them from getting in the bomb site. Why do we want to stop them from getting in the bomb site, you might ask? We can't let it go for free. Look at what they have. They're going to pit us, okay? They have a molly, tether, nade, swarms for the post. Okay, they have a rocket that they can make a play with. We need to not let them get in for free here. Spam's going to come through. Reposition's going to come through. They're not going to get in the bomb site for whatever reason, even though we're throwing defensive smokes for it. They're just going to sit, and they're going to wait, and they're going to hold the cross. No, nothing on me, B. Nothing on me, C, guys. I'm good over here. Slowly walking up. Door's going to get open soon. Prowler's going to come through, and they're just going to run a standard hit. Here we go. No close scans. Bomb site looks pretty much empty. Dart for backside. Absolutely, Icy's going to use his rocket to get inside here. Absolutely. Absolutely, we have a chance to win this round. Let's use our ults to do so. It's fully clear. He's going to go up somewhere, and he's going to shoot it. He's going to get caught out, but CJAIYE's going to die. There goes our showstopper. So because we literally let them get up to here for completely free, we're getting caught out by this. Now Jonah has the opportunity to do some crazy aggressive pit, and we're in a shitty 4v4 against a Viper ult, a Killjoy ult, and people with SMGs. How fun is that? Not at all. Not at all. Jonah's going to get prowlered here. He's going to get one before he dies. Pit's going to go down. Leaf's going to put his lockdown on good timing. Valen fighting forward does a lot of damage on top of getting a kill. Carpe almost gets this counter spam back onto Leaf. Trent's going to reposition. Lockdown's going to pulse. Carpe accidentally gets detained. Oh, God. 2v1 situation here. Rossi running low on time. Going to rip the Fatal in this situation to try to defuse. Trent sidesteps it. They now know that he's probably on the outside. Look at the delay here. 1 HP player defusing. Both players fall. Not enough time. So again, I'd just like to showcase how this round spirals out of control because we don't feel like using our ults, right? I'm totally okay with Carpe ripping his as well, right? Sorry, he got his off the kill. Excuse me. But again, we use our ults to win rounds. Okay, don't try to like panic to use them to get back into them. That's exactly what we're going to see from G2 here. They're not even in the advantage right now. Even though they're using these, they aren't even in the advantage. We use the rocket, we get a kill with it, and a shitload of space, 4v4. Now we use the pit to deny a bunch of space. We aren't seeing that come in from T1. Yes, Saya player got caught off, I understand, and that's why he can't use his showstopper, but it's about the fact that he didn't have, the intuition, or the team, the group, the pack, didn't have the intuition, the initiative to take and make a play, make a setup. We can't let them get in the bomb site right now. That is totally unrealistic to retake. Well, on the back of a Leaf 1v2 to win the pistol and a close bonus round attempt, G2 are slowly getting back into the game here. Okay, denying the Thrifty. This is a really scary post-plant situation. Watch, they're going to try to really stop this from getting set up. They don't want that Viper's ult to go down, but they understand that this tour de force is in play right now. So, we're going to try to tether nade on timing here. Valen's going to be in position to punish as well. It's going to come through. Actually, the turret is going to end up getting the kill instead of the nade. Icy's going to drop to the ult, and now we're in a 3v4, so really difficult here. I need to see this Fade ult come out from Carpe, I think. I think to win this round and to cycle this ult, we need to Fade ult one of these two positions, right? Either the Secret Room or the C-Link Room, just to stop this player from making a play and making it easier for our weapons to kind of like do the work here, right? We really, really like half HP fights when those are the guns that we're using. Has to plant here. Izu ends up getting a little happy, a little horny, trying to peek early. Wall goes up, double swing. Saya gets caught, extra misses. And now this round, which was almost, I mean, I don't want to say impossible, but very hard to win, is just pulled off just very easily and just simply by G2. So again, breaking this down since we didn't really get a good POV, right? We just need to make a decision if we're T1. You need to get off of this post, okay? You don't need to stop this guy from getting out. Why do you not need to stop this guy from getting out? Look at this. This guy has a literal just Barrett 50 cal sniper posted on this position. If Leaf wants to peek and make a mistake, we could punish him for it. He's just drop down. Nah, I'm holding him. Sorry. Still not using the ult in that 4v3 situation. Now 3v3, deciding not to use it. Shot goes through, misses, Saya dies, and now we just get put in this spot where they have a nice pre-aim coming through, and I mean, Leaf is just playing lights out, and you can't do much in this situation. So I think T1 might have had a chance to win the game right there, and they're going to regret that they didn't use that ult. A very confusing approach from T1 attempting to close out this game. They started with a little A control, and as always, Excurate is kind of walking around his op in these positions. You got to be very careful of him. He's extremely efficient with it. They ended up going back to C to try to break some of the Sentinel utility, and they only managed to pop one swarm. That was it. And then they're regrouping to hit A in this 5v5 situation where both Raze's ults are online. Trip's going to go in. Haunt, blind, rocket. Nice first blood from Excurate. 5v4 situation. Saya's going to do some due diligence here, and he's just going to clear out this smoke. He's going to shoot his rocket into it, and he's going to throw his Roomba, and he's now going to call, or someone is going to call this setup, right, this 5v4. So what do we have, right? We have the tether, no blind, no nade, no molly, right? So no real stall. Because of that, what are we going to do? Can we get some sort of bait setup? Can we get some sort of triangle setup instead where we can trade off of each other? They don't even have the paranoia anymore, guys. All we got to worry about is like the nade and the rocket coming through. So how about we have a sacrificial lamb eat the rocket, and with that, we can make a play off of you, right? Bomb's going to go down. G2 grouping up, getting ready to go. All or nothing here. Tournament life on the line, kind of. Need to rack up these wins early on if you can. Smoke's going to come out. Izu's going to hide. So Izu's gonna hide. I don't know what his play was. This is something that I would maybe do in like a 2v5, but this is a 5v4 where we have the advantage. So I mean, he just needs to angle out, right? He just needs to angle out in one of these two spots and get out of this little pocket here, this pointless position, and he needs to just face this rocket. I like this play from him a lot. And another thing that he can do is he can ult. Okay, he can potentially put himself in a position where he can ult, you know, and maybe TP back in when the rocket is expired. Anything other than this, because no one is able to capitalize off of this. Okay, this is just a free kill here. Ice is going to go 1-for-1 in this position because he pushed himself forward with Rossi getting a kill. Valen is now going to pick off Excurate, who is, for whatever reason, angling out of the tree room when he gets smoked off. So, no help, no one peeking this side. I mean, just showing that, you know, do you really want to be here? Because this is, again, like unacceptable. This is a 5v4 situation. Okay, a very easy conversion. Okay, as long as we just play into our strategy or the fundamentals whatsoever. And we're going to take our solo timing through the smoke with our teammate literally running away. So now if I didn't do that, if I didn't make that decision, it is still a 4v3 in our favor with the bomb planted on the outside. We can now use Rossi as our second point of contact, and we can have 3 people on the outside over here ready to spam and win the round. Nah, I have a timing, I'm going to take it. Sorry. Rossi does a good damage here. Doesn't end up getting one. Jonah punishes Saya for peeking on timing. And Carpe cannot convert the 1v3, and that sends us... Here we go. All the marbles, right? We're the ones who put ourselves in this position. We should have won the game on the second map, but we threw the first one away, and now we're up 9-3 on this one, and it's in overtime and we're losing. Okay, what are we going to do? We're going to start in our 1-2-2 default here. A control is going to come out a little bit. A little subtle A control from G2 here, okay? A ground smoke with a late landing dart. Maybe they're going for some sort of spam play through the tree room, right? We're okay with that. Excurate playing with confidence, going to walk out with this orb. He's sus of this rebel position, right? The door was opened, a dart came out. Carver's now going to walk up here and he's going to break the turret with minimal resistance. I mean, minimal. You know, there's no nade, blind, something crazy happening. I mean, someone just jiggled and hit him once. Okay, that's all that happened here. So Excurate, when it matters the most, why on God's earth are you not taking your time and clearing out corners? I mean, if I had to guess, I mean, you probably have 700 round reps of doing something like this, just being the A guy on Lotus. I mean, you got to have it somewhere around that amount between scrims and matches. So how can this go by? How can we just let this slip? Not even doing like a crouch jump spot to see if you can see his head. Just walking forward. 5v4 situation. G2 man advantage. Trent's going to break the door, throw a Prowler, try to get some info. T1 are now going to kind of have to just contact this way. It's just nothing they can really do. They can't really go back to these other positions. They've already done some damage breaking Leaf's utility, which is good. That's why you can see Jonah helping him on that C site. Look at Valen, leveraging risk. He understands, all right, I don't need to be the hero. I can use my teammates. Here they come. They're coming in. So doesn't sit in the bomb site like an idiot. Okay, he's going to get out, and he's going to hold his blind. Very good job. 5v4 situation. Look at them trying to chase. Woo! I mean, this is it all or nothing. Easy ends up holding the space while everybody runs away. Icy tries to rocket, and they all go falling down. Leaf a little stare to the camera or the enemy team there, and G2 end up stealing this away from T1. I don't know the exact reasoning why some of these statistics aren't showing up here. I believe it's because the China doesn't have access to the Valorant API or whatever it is. But I mean, just a monster performance from Leaf here. Just really dragged these guys across the finish line, I feel like. Multi-kill after multi-kill after multi-kill. I think maybe it'll even be tracked here. I guess not. But yeah, I mean, this guy's just knocking everybody down. It's very hard to win maps when stuff like that is happening. But I mean, starting with this back and forth with this T1 breeze, I mean, this could have been a 2-0. Okay, I'm talking like a 13-6 finish first map and a 13-1 finish next map. A really dominant performance. Unfortunately, ends up being thrown out the window. Okay, with standard fundamental errors. Okay. Laziness, okay, a little panic in the moment. It's a learning experience, right? It's your first match at this tournament. Okay, I understand that, you know, there can be some nerves and, you know, things kind of like going out the window or being forgotten, but you really got to dial it right back in. Okay, and you got to show people why you are here, right? You got to really gain the respect of your opponents because, okay, if I was on a team at this event, I'm just going to say that I just want to challenge you, right? Because I think that you are going to stoop to my level and you will give me the fights that I want. You will fight on my terms because you just like to, right? We're just peaky, okay? We're like a little horny in situations. We have to refine the fundamentals and we have to be able to play together and convert these situations that whether investing money into, alts into, the advantage situations like the man advantage or the post plant, the retake, whatever it is, okay? So again, not the end of the world for T1. A nice confidence boost for G2 here, even though they shouldn't have won today. But again, Leaf had a really good performance, and T1 kind of let them just do what they wanted to do. So next matches coming up, I believe, are Heretics for G2, right? And then we had Fun plus Phoenix and who else play while I was recording this. Yeah, so Leviathan, Dragon Ranger Gaming, and then Fun Plus Phoenix, Genji, and Team Heretics played. So all those matches are going to be reviewed. I'm going to be trying to do every single match at Master Shanghai. I know I haven't done one in a couple of days here. I was kind of just like taking a little break, knowing that I'm going to go really hard on this event. I do appreciate everybody tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed. If there's anything that I can be doing better, let me know in the comments down below, please. I do stream on Twitch. Make sure to follow me there. That's all linked down below. Same with all my socials that you can take advantage of. And if you are looking to get Valorant coaching and get better at the game, join my Discord, check out my options, and we can work together. Thanks for tuning in again. I appreciate you. T-Dog out of here. Deuces.